Hey guys! Hey guys! Welcome back to Factorio. Sorry, I immediately clicked something and it made a weird sound. How's everyone going today? I'm SeiferKatt. You may recognize me from other Factorio streams, such as the one just last week, I suppose. Wasn't even last week. It was a few days ago. So we are getting closer and closer to getting that rocket in the sky, and that is exciting to me, and we're just going to get some stuff. Now, we do have charcoal problems, and we do have a lot of those sorts of problems at the moment, so we're going to be fixing those today, because we're going to need a whole bunch more plastic and other such things to make things great. So we're going to do my favorite thing first, which is just a short-term fix, because we've got a lot of charcoal that is not going anywhere, so we can just do a short-term fix and just move that. But after that, we actually do need to make a lot more charcoal, so we will be doing that today. But let's start with the easy stuff, as they always say. Start with the easy stuff, you'll make progress, I guess. Is that how it works? Probably. Even go in here. It's just very slowly making crushed ore. Interesting. Not while we're here though, because over here we have some algae farms that make some charcoal. So we're going to just steal that, and we're going to pop that over here, and hopefully that will make things a little bit tidier. It's going to have a slight problem that everything is really slow around here, so we're just going to upgrade. We're going to end up with a bunch of crap we don't really need. That's alright. But that'll get the charcoal going. We could also upgrade these, so let's do that now. HP upgrade to level 3s. Okay, and upgrade those as well while you're at it. Great. So the idea here is hopefully we make more charcoal by doing these small incremental things, and hopefully that assists us in getting things done. That is the hope. These are going to take their sweet time, unfortunately, so it won't be a immediate change, but it will be still a fix of sorts. And maybe that'll be good. Immediately it sort of jams up because we've got a bunch of old things around here. So we might just need to get rid of all my sort of old treadmills and such. That's okay, that's not really a problem. So one thing I did realize while doing my regular scouting was that I thought we needed one radar per rocket. It is not one, it's 5. So that's absolutely spiffing great, because that's a lot more rockets. That's okay. We can build more rockets. So this is going to take a lot of resources for things we don't particularly need, but I just want to make things a bit faster around here. It's upgrading everything though. Because if we upgrade everything, then we can hopefully not get hit by a train. I mean, it's not a bad thing having all these extra, like, conveyor belts, because they will be upgraded to be red ones in time. So it looks a little bit painful. It's really not. Okay, and that will also speed up aluminium, which will be good to have sped up. Because right now aluminium is slow because of the lack of charcoal. Okay, so that's some things. So let's make something new. We need to get radars up. Well, no, radars are fine. We're making them by hand, which we probably need to get fixed at some point. What we do need is silver oxide batteries. No, it's silver zinc batteries, not oxide. Oxide didn't even come into it. But we do need silver oxide, so I guess it did come into it somehow. The silver oxide is actually pretty easy. It's just processed silver and nitric acid, which I remember rightly when I was doing my scouting, nitric acid was something else we were having a problem with. So maybe we should look at that now. Because we're using a lot more nitric acid because of black chips, I believe. Are we having a problem with nitric acid? I thought we were. No, we seem to be okay. Another thing I do know we've got a problem with those trains. So let's maybe fix those trains and then figure out how to make those batteries. We may need to make more silver batteries. So we've created a deadlock situation. So that's always good. Always love to see that. And slightly fix that just by putting some more signals in, but that should be mostly sorted now. Okay, that'll fix that for now. So, can we build more nitric acid? I know it's not really what we were trying to do, but more nitric acid is probably good. Now that's the tricky one, but I know we've got another one that makes nitric acid nearby. I'm sure we would have another way to make it. How do you make nitric acid real quick? How do you make nitric acid? Nitrogen dioxide gas. Interesting. Okay, so that's a little bit more complicated than I thought it was. It might actually be easier to make it over where I was making the rocket fuel. We won't worry about that right now, but we will worry about it soon. Silver oxide. Silver oxide is going to be the problem. Which not really, because you just need to process silver and then get nitric acid. So that's pretty simple, actually. So it looks like a good place to build that would be right there. So let's do that. We are going to split this, because why not? And we're going to need ore processors, which I'm pretty sure I don't carry around with me as a general rule. No, apparently I don't. I could go get some. And maybe I will, but for now I'll just build a couple. Just build the low level ones. If I need to speed up batteries later, I can get high level stuff. It appears also I've lost a large amount of my construction bots. Oh, just one. Okay, well that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Okay, so we need to process silver. Pretty simple stuff. Gonna be a bit slow, but it should be fine for now. Then after that we need silver oxide, which, well, we need to make silver nitrate. Which normally just makes more efficient silver, but we don't really care about that so much right now. So we'll go that way, we'll get a chemical plant, of which I have so many of them. I don't know if I'm still requesting them. I really need to tidy this up one day. I'm still requesting 80 of them. That's probably too many. 30 is probably still too many, but it's fine. Silver nitrate. And we'll spin these around. That way we can get some pipes in. Gotta figure out what the nitric acid is in a moment, but we can do that very soon. Cool. Probably should power this to actually get things started, right? That seems like a neat idea. Okay. And nitric acid, that typically comes out of things that are making rubite, which is red. But it doesn't seem like that gets crystallized. Thank you. I have a snack. Always good. Okay, and we're just going to go a little bit further along. Bring the nitric acid up there. Okay, so that's going to make my silver nitrate. That's good. And then we need sodium hydroxide after that, which again, not really a problem. It sounds scarier than it is. Because sodium hydroxide is required for the end process of this anyway. And we've got a bunch of it over there, so we can just... Wondering, do we want to even just perhaps do something like this? And that way, it's not going to be super efficient, but it'll do the job. And we can borrow the sodium hydroxide. Always okay to borrow sodium hydroxide from yourself. What I'm going to do is, these ones are going to be coming in and around, so like something like that. And we've just got research that's not doing anything. We probably need to get that sorted. I don't really know what I need to research. I guess we just keep expanding. Look, heat exchangers, probably good. Okay, sodium hydroxide. And that'll make my silver oxide. Okay, good. So that's the hardest part of making silver zinc batteries. Silver zinc batteries actually really easy to make. What we're going to do is just put them into there. Okay, plastic bars, a little bit more of a pain. But I'm sure we'll be able to find them somewhere. Okay, so plastic bars. We may have to steal from the plastic down here, which is a little bit further away than actually, it's not that far. Charcoal is going a little bit better now, which is good, which means solder is maxed out. Good. So, plastic and zinc. Okay, zinc. Ooh, that was a train. Yikes! Okay, zinc, a bit more of a problem, but also not super difficult because I do know there is a small amount of zinc just sitting around doing nothing. Is it this? It is this. Okay, so that's making zinc ingots. We really want zinc plates. That's okay. What we can do is we can do this and then just go a induction furnace. Do I not have inductions? I think I'd have some inductions. I don't have any inductions. Okay, great. I'm just going to throw those away just for the moment because I don't think it's going to give me that many back. Okay, so we're just going to go back to the grey goo and see how that's looking right now. Okay, grey goo, feed me everything. Feed me a lot more conveyor belts, that makes sense. We don't need those ingots, we probably don't need one nitinol plate. I think at that point we've got most of what we wanted. And what else I was wanting here? Induction furnaces, that's right, I've got the induction furnaces so I can turn the zinc into zinc plates elsewhere. Hey, thanks for the follow, Marion Verhard. Oh, Marion Everhard. Everhard? Thank you. Really appreciate it. One of my friends was teasing the fact that I try to read people's full names, and I think that's very important. The only problem is sometimes it's hard to tell what someone's name is when it's when you've got abbreviations or you've got letters and numbers in there that I'm not familiar with. But hey, look, I appreciate the follow. So now we're going to get the zinc, and then we're going to figure out how to get plastic. If we can put, oh, here's we start getting a bit sneaky. Can you put the plastic on the zinc train or zinc line? I'm going to get hit by a train this episode. They keep coming real close, and I know they hunger for me. So, hey, awesome. Greetings, fellow Kiwi. Alright, so normally I would put this on a belt, but because... well, I put this in a line, but quite frankly, zinc is not something you ever need a lot of, so zinc is so used for nothing. I mean, it's used for a couple of things. You know, it's good if you, in the sun. Do people still use zinc as like a sunblock thing? I know they used to. But I just don't know if anyone does that anymore. I know back in the 80s you used to be able to like buy really cool neon zincs. But that's just what people did. You know, you'd want to wear like a lime green zinc just under your eyes. You can do that. That was super cool back then. But it was the 80s, so, you know, that's what the 80s was like. Sometimes you just wear like bright pink neon under your eyes. And you liked it, you know? That was who you were. Live your life. So, as much as I loathe to do it, I'm going to steal from this plastic, but it's important to make satellites. It would be less reliable to... Oh, that's a mistake. Let's tone that back a step. It's really going quite a distance. It'd be more reliable to have it go up through here. Straight through that power pole, because that makes sense. Awesome. This is a massive waste of resources, but it's SeaBlock. I'm not too fussed. Oh good, that happened while I was on a train track. I'll always be scared of that happening. Reason 3, I don't really know if I need much of this. Portable solar panels. Automation, yeah, that's probably actually good. Speeding up the automation stuff is actually useful for future. And that's good. What we'll do is we'll bring the... what was the other thing I needed? Zinc. The zinc's down here. So really, we should have connected the zinc up. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, actually, that's almost perfect. I thought the zinc for some reason was way higher than it actually was. That's good though, because now we can connect it not that high up. Over to here. Cool. The plastic's on the wrong side for the moment, but that's alright. Plastic is typically lawless, and it's usually on the wrong side of the law, so I'm not too worried about zinc. Beyond, you know, how worried one should be about zinc, because it is an illegal material. It's always doing illegal crimes, but crimes are awesome and cool, so it's probably okay. Okay, and with this, we should have more than what we really need. Okay, so that's going to be my silver batteries. And that's exciting, because that's one more thing we need for the satellite. I kind of want to confirm that everything's working for the moment. And we probably do need to hook everything up to power, because otherwise nothing really happens. The weird thing about when you're running a power-based base, that if you have no power, nothing happens ever. Super strange, right? Okay. So that's making my batteries. Cool. And the only thing I really care about the batteries is they make satellites. So we have rocket control units, low density structures, silver zinc batteries, radio thermoelectric generators we do not have, and radar 5s we're kind of jury rigging at the moment, but we'll get those being manufactured soon. So then we need to take this all the way back down here. Can we take it around? No, that's not going to work. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Because the whole factory is a bit of a mess. Could I have built this somewhere that would be more convenient? Yeah, I probably should have too. whatever. Fine, infinite resources make infinite laziness. Look, it's Factorio. It's not a game about efficiency or anything. What term, sorry? Curious now. Jerry-rigging? I believe I said jury-rigging, but jerry-rigging is pretty much the same word. I usually say jury-rig, but maybe I did say jerry-rig. It wouldn't surprise me if I changed the way I speak. just the one time I'm like, you know what? Jerry-rigging. But it's not like a big deal. Words, right? Okay, so that's going to give me my silver oxide batteries. Factorio is all about jury-rigging a... Sorry, I decided to have a drink of water mid-sentence there. I don't know what I was thinking. Factorio SeaBlock is all about jerry-rigging a situation, one way or another. I did say jerry-rigging. Huh. Anyway, so that will give me a... That'll give me some stuff. That's pretty exciting. So now that I've got the silver oxide... Oh, sorry, silver zinc batteries. Don't need any more of those. I want to bring the black and the blue chips up here. So follow the red chips for those. It looks like aluminium is backing up again, which is nice. Good to see. Very good. The plan here is I'm going to actually steal the blue chips away from the black line. And then I'm going to steal the blacks away from the black line. Except we're going to do it the other way around. Yeah, okay, look. That's what I was worried. I thought I didn't have enough nitric acid, and sure enough I don't. Fascinating. Wonder what happened there. That's alright, we can build more of it. Well, that just shuts off power to a whole bunch of stuff, which is pretty funny. Don't worry, we'll get that hooked up in a moment. There we go. Calm down, guys. It's alright. Now, we don't want infinite black and blue chips to go up here because, quite frankly, they're some of the most rarest things we've got in the damn factory. Mostly because I just don't have many of them yet. I'll get more later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Really? I was in the middle of my backswing? Okay. Wow! Okay, that was another train. God, they are gonna get me this episode, I know it. Okay. The train didn't get me this time. So close. So close to getting me though. Okay, we're gonna put another facility down here. And we're going to split this. And chunk, chunk. Okay, so the idea is this is going to take my black and blue chips. The only problem is I don't know which side's which. Doesn't actually matter because you can filter it that way. They're not called black and blue chips though, are they? I always forget that. I'm so used to calling them that. The blue chips are going to go that way. Connect to the logistics network. And blue chippy boys. There we go. How many do we want? I'd say no more than 50. And how many of these do we want? I would say probably the same thing. No more than 50. 50 is a lot, actually, of black processing chips. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these two together. Because I want the circuit network to read these. I want to stop them if there's actually enough in there. So I'm going to need some cables. Deadpool's no. Cha! I have been lucky. Like, how long have I been streaming for? Not long, and already just so many trains. It's coming. Like, those trains are gonna get me. Okay, we're just gonna build a lot of red wire. I'm not seeing any black circuits yet, but they're probably coming. Now, this line is actually not really a power line so much as for connecting red wires too. I mean, yes, it's also carrying power, but it's mostly to carry the red signal down. Because we do not want infinite circuits to come up this way. Because they go a long way, and if we've got 50, I just... Oh, that's probably why I'm not getting black circuits in there. Okay. Now, right now, nothing's using the... Yeah, I do need to do it manually, that's alright. That's alright, it's just a little bit of handwork. A little bit of handwork never hurt anyone. Well, my doctor said to stop the handwork, but I think he was talking about something else. A little bit of crude humor there for the fans. I'm sorry. Looks like that's almost been wired the way that I wanted it to, and then it just stops. Of course it bloody does. Why wouldn't it? Okay, wiring everything together. This is kind of an annoying process, but it's just because I don't want so many red chips. Oh, sorry. Blue and black chips just get jammed up in the system and never do anything. Okay, so that will be good there. I mean, we're using a lot of power lines as well, that quite frankly is just a waste of power lines. But, you know, it doesn't cost me anything, so it's fine. There we go. So what I want that to do, I want it to be enable, disable. I want it to be black processing chips. If it's less than 50, please go ahead. Likewise, that's going to be almost the same thing except for blue. That way, if there's ever 50 in there, it'll just stop working for a short time until there's not. I don't anticipate that happening anytime soon because I've got a lot of satellites to make. But with that, we have zinc, radars being built, rocket fuel. So we probably need to get the rocket control units and the low density structures in here as well. I prefer not to hand feed them, as that'll take a long time. The rocket is at 85%. That's exciting. The next one's going to be a pain though, which is of course the what is it called? Thermoelectric Generators. Now the good news about the nuclear thermo generators is I've been preparing for this for longer than really makes sense because you need a lot of plutonium for these. And I've been making a lot of plutonium. And here it is now. Still going. And I'm gonna just make it a little bit bigger as well. Just to really make sure we just don't run out of plutonium. We may even need a stack inserter going the other way. It's kind of funny. Okay, great. So those bad boys are going to make all the plutonium we need. At the end of this, we're going to have a thing that only sorts out plutonium. So the idea is that if plutonium does get to all the way to the end, then we can use it. If it doesn't, that means because we're making a lot of it. I may actually want another one of these, so let's... I think I've got more of these? I do. Just put some plutonium on the ground. There is no danger in plutonium just being on the ground. It's not like it's radioactive or anything, guys. That is also be better if it wasn't going in there. Probably won't jam up anything, but it very well might. It'd probably be fine. I just want to make sure that plutonium is actually getting through before I start on the next stage of this. Actually, let's break this down. So plutonium, aluminium plate, lead plate, sodium cobalt is going to be the hardest part. But not too difficult because we can bring in cobalt from elsewhere. So does plutonium ever get down here? Right now everything's still trying to load up because it's all new. But that'll be stopping very soon, and when that stops... Because right now this has got 80 and it's not going to take any more. So they're going from 0 to wanting about 120. And sure enough, plutonium does get down there. Fantastic! So, now that we know plutonium gets down there, we need to worry about the other things. Sodium cobalt is probably the biggest issue. In fact, cobalt oxide. Hang on, is that what we needed? Yes. Oh wow, we actually have a train for that. Huh. Well, that's awesome. It's actually in the right place. I mean, that's called planning. I mean, you know how I planned plutonium? I planned that too. Of course. What do you think I am? Someone who just hopes things work out for him? Yeah, anyway, so things got worked out for me incredibly luckily there. And I'm very pleased about it. We probably need to upgrade these to level 3s as well, because these are currently level 2s. Because we're going to need this brown algae. And having more brown algae is better than having less brown algae. Okay, so sodium carbonate, that's actually really easy. It's just brown algae and purified water. Purified water, I don't know if we have around here, but it is one of the easiest things in the game to make, so not really too worried about that. We do need to continue that science, but we still haven't got around to putting the things in that we need to. So we're going to do a tool belt. Probably should go pick up the agricultural science to actually finish that science one day very soon. And now, let's make the sodium with a chemical plant 3, because that's faster than a liquefier in most cases. Oh, not this case. Interesting. Do I have liquefier 3s? I do actually have liquefier 3s on me. Huh. Well, let's do it then. That's fantastic. Let's just keep doing that. Sodium... Not sodium carbonate, is it? It is sodium carbonate. But not that one. That one. Okay, so we're going to need some purified water, but that is super easy to get. So long as I have some hydro plants, which I do. Surely we've got some purified water somewhere else, though. And we do, it's right there. And we can probably steal that too. Doesn't look like it's doing anything right now. And that was for the lithium batteries as well, I believe. So that was a big deal ages ago, but now I don't really care. I mean, I still need it, I think, for yellow science, and that's going to continue going on, but yeah, fine. Okay, and do. Probably need to have it going out the other way, and then I need to power it, obviously. I probably need to actually hook up the rest of them. And these would probably go better as stack inserters, which of course is going to completely rip out all the brown algae I have built up. Bit of a shame, but that's life. I don't think we actually need too much sodium carbonate though. We need some, but whatever. So then we need cobalt oxide to be combined with this, which is actually pretty easy because we've already found or made cobalt oxide some time ago. And that was just down here, so we can just... Another train, another survive. What just happened? I think I just cut the wires. Forgot that you could do that. Well, as I remembered in an interesting manner. Cool. So that's going to take a while, but quite frankly, that's probably going to make enough. So sodium carbonate, that needs chemical plants, but good news for you, buddy, I got chemical plants. And then we want to make, what is it, sodium cobalt. I don't even know what the words I'm saying are anymore. Sodium cobalt. Cobaltate? Cobaltate? Yeah, sorry, I'll stop. I'm not a physicist. Physicist is not the thing that does the thing that I'm trying to talk about. It's chemists. Okay. I'm not a chemist either. I have been informed I am a kitty by my wife. I'm okay with this revelation. Okay, so that we can do that, and then we can put it out using that corner there. We will of course be burning off this oxygen and carbon dioxide because quite frankly it's not enough to care about. It's going to be pretty small quantities. And flare stacks, I know I carry those around because they're always good, but I can't see them for the looking. There they are. Okay, and let's power this bad boy, because bad boys must always be powered. It's just a rule. Okay, and with that, all we need is aluminium and lead plates. Aluminium, I'm fairly certain will be around here somewhere, because it always is. Aluminium's everywhere, that's the thing. Like, everything needs aluminium at some point or another. You just gotta find it sometimes. There it is. See? Told you. Told you I'd find it. In a well-designed base, it would be like, well, obviously it's where I needed it. But this base is jury-rigged to hell and back. And it's the way I like to play. I mean, I always admire people who on like the subreddit groups are like, hey, I designed this super efficient thing that does this. There's no waste products and this. I'm like, wow, I don't even understand any of those words that you just said. No, I do, of course, but it's just like, I don't understand how you would like mathematically go through everything and be like, yeah, I've done this and it's perfect. I'd be like, why though? Like, I mean, probably because you enjoy doing it. That's the logical assumption. Why though? Okay, so I think I've picked up some sodium by mistake, so we'll just chuck it down there. We should be seeing aluminium coming up here, and sure indeed is. And then we just need lead. Now lead is actually easier to get than you'd think because it's right there. It's also rigged up so that way there can't ever be too much lead. But joke's on you, buddy. I want the lead right now. Everyone's like, it's not really a joke on me. Like, you can have it. I'm like, nah, joke's on you. Don't you feel foolish now? And they're like, really don't. It's okay. It's like, yeah, you feel stupid. Alright, so we're gonna just go under to avoid trying too hard. Here comes the lead. Okay, so with that we have all the components we need to make thermoelectric generators. Which is actually super cool. That was way quicker than I thought it would be. We're going to launch a few satellites today, I think. Alright, that is a very interesting color setup of everything required for this. Then I need to figure out how to get it to the main base so it can build the satellites, but that's okay, we'll get there eventually. Don't think I want too many of these. Maybe I don't even want to like put them on the belt and just hand carry them occasionally. That might be a safer option. Lab 2, you know what, we need that, so let's get it. Well, actually, let's make a few more of these. But for now, we're not going to worry about anything too major. We're just going to put them in a box. Just a steel chest for now. And that, yeah, so we can hand feed those for now. Because a satellite needs what, one of them? 10 of them. Okay, well that was more than I anticipated that answer being. We actually can't build satellites yet. We didn't actually do the research for it. So that's funny. We're doing the research now, of course, but it is funny that we completely just missed it. So before I go away, I want to see if it stacks to 10. If it stacks to 10, I'm not doing this. If it stacks to 100, fine, I guess. Okay, well, it stacks to at least 11, so that's fine. So science is going... What is it running out of? We may be needing stack inserters to make that go a little bit faster. That's alright. Or maybe even more inserters. Okay, so we need to take the agricultural science along, and we're going to steal some of this brown algae while we do it. So at some point very soon we're going to need to start worrying about all the levels of modules. At the moment we're using module level 0s, which are fine. But they are only fine for a short time. By a short time I mean I've used it for like 100 hours now. But they're not permanent fixtures. What's the problem? This? Not enough soil, which is not enough compost. Okay. So it's just going to make more soil and compost and such, but that's alright. This actually used to work before I got rid of some algae farms that... why is that stopped? Like, everything here just collapsed. Why? Oh, because they don't go through there necessarily. Okay, so let's just put a liquefier 3 here. Carbon dioxide died off, which is interesting and pretty bad. I need carbon dioxide for everything to work, and I messed it up. That's alright. We can fix that pretty easily. He says hoping he can actually fix this easily. There we go. So if we get some charcoal or something that burns real quick, like some of this perhaps, just chuck it all in there. That should get these running again. Mineralized water also seems to have become a problem. Okay. I would have thought we would have more mineralized water by now, but I guess not, because I kind of broke things. So it's my fault, is what I'm saying here. Like, this is trying to do mineralized water, but quite frankly, it's just not enough. Anything happening there. Also, it looks like that's not actually connected to anything, so maybe that's another problem. It's probably been having that problem for ages, and it's just because I've never been using that charcoal. Never actually come up as a problem. So that'll fix it now. Okay, so we got a lot more charcoal being made. That's great. Okay, so we never actually did make that plastic that we needed, extra charcoal that we needed. Not a huge problem, but we do need to get to it. Because the lack of plastic is slowing us down in a few ways. So maybe that's the next step. Although maybe the next step is actually making satellites. Which I can't make anyway, I just remembered, because I got to do the science for it. Okay. Well, that's fine then. We won't make satellites. But we do need to speed up science, probably by adding some more inserters, because it looks like it goes a bit slowly sometimes. More research stations would probably not be super amiss either. It does look like they're a bit slow. And we will stack insert of these as well. So that way hopefully that goes a little bit faster. But we do really need to build more labs, and we will get to that. I mean, we'll definitely need it when we start doing space science. Like, geez, we'll need a lot of labs. That'll be a ridiculous number of labs I'll need for that. Is that worth worrying about now? No, plastic. Focus. Plastic is the problem. So for that we're going to need like 50 algae plants. And I'm going to start using electric furnaces as opposed to the steel ones I've been using. Just to get a little bit more efficiency, because I like how I immediately type steel furnace. It was on my mind. So we wanted to go electric furnaces like that. Those are pretty easy to make. So you can make them. I think we've got enough of everything for that as well. Now it's officially making electric furnaces. Not electric furnace recipes, electric furnaces. And that's important, because if you start picking up the wrong ones, it will not bloody work. Great. So I got algae plant farms, and I wanted to build it out here, I think. This still has plenty of crushed stone, which is pretty good. Aluminium, still a problem. Why? It looks like crystal seeding isn't coming through very fast. That's the problem. Interesting. We'll have a look at crystal seeding in a moment then. That'll be the next thing. For now, we're just going to turn this land into an absolute nightmare. We may need more mineralized water for what we're doing, but that's okay. I think we've got the plans for that should it be required. Okay, I should let those bots actually catch up with me, otherwise they'll be sad. And no one needs sad robots in their lives. And just a little green alien artifact there. Okay, so this system is not bad. That is the best praise I'm going to have for it. I'm not really going to change it because it's not bad. Why would I change it? What I do need is after that to have the place to put the electric furnaces. But now, if I can put... How many can I put? Can I fit a fourth one in? I can fit a fourth one in. Great. So this is going to be a lot... Oh, this is probably going to drain my batteries. But that's life. Sometimes in life you drain your batteries. Actually, what I also want to do is just make sure that everything is using the correct types of poles. I just don't know if I'm going to be making enough mineralized water for this. That could be problems. But after this, I should have no problems with charcoal, so that'd be nice. Okay. Oops. Went a little bit far on that one. Also, the output priority thing was always the wrong way, where for some reason I've got it as input priority, which is incorrect. It'd be output priority. But the building is happening, so that's alright. Okay. Just doing the easy part so the bots don't have to worry about it. Looks like these bots ran out of power. Out of curiosity, how many thermoelectrics do we have in here? 145? Okay. So long as these are running constantly, I don't actually care about what happens to the rest of the plutonium. And these will pick up power or plutonium as fast as they can. We are actually running out of plutonium though, would you believe? I certainly don't. That's why we've got all that plutonium. It's the whole point of it is to be making a lot of it. And if we need to expand that, we can. It'll take a little while as it builds back up again, but it won't really be that much of a problem. I hope. Why did my robots finish? I ran out of assemblers, did I? Well, that's something I had not considered being an issue. Okay, so I need more than 50 apparently. Let's go to 200. I can just keep building, and we'll see where we go from here. I love having the bots just spread out and just start building stuff. It's so much fun. We never actually put the agricultural science in there either. Science is slow because it does take a long time. Maybe after this we'll build another section of labs. And a train has run out of fuel. That's concerning because that should never be happening. But it's happened in a place where it will not actually influence anything else going wrong. So, not a hurry. It's pink science. I believe we've got enough pink science in the In here, yeah, we've got 3,000 pink science. They can stay there for the moment. I'm busy right now. We do also need to fix crystal seeding. Just okay, so that's gonna fill me up with a whole bunch of stuff. How many robots do we even have these days? 2026. Okay. So the way I've got it set up, if you've never seen this before, is whenever there's 0 robots in the available robots in logistics, it'll just build more. So every time I just come by and it just gives me a shit ton of stuff. First rocket of, I think it's more than that. I think it's at least 200 and about 203 just for the science research, just for satellites. So yeah. In fact, once we get the space science done, we will actually be launching the first rocket because we'll be able to actually build the satellite, which is very exciting. So we are very, very close to that day, that fateful day. I mean, that fateful day is today. That's what I'm saying. We just do need to get more coal so we can make plastics out of it. Mineralized water could be a problem. Probably not a problem with carbon dioxide because the charcoal will make sure of that. I can launch without the satellite. That's true. That is the non-science win condition. But I don't see a reason to launch a satellite and then just have to build more. It's just more work, you know? I do know what you mean, though. Did I have electric furnaces? Did I not request them? Or I did. Sorry, just one moment while I try and figure out where I went wrong in my life. I guess I never did request them. 50 is probably too many. I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, I guess when you need to launch like 250 or 60 rockets, one's not going to be a big deal in the grand scheme of things. But I'd rather not just waste resources I don't have right now to launch a rocket. Well, there's the rocket. It is ready. It is ready to go. So that's exciting. And we are building satellite radar 5s. So we're closer and closer. Aluminium, still shit, because I still haven't fixed crystal seeding. It's okay, we'll get there. And then we need to get those electric furnaces that I so helpfully picked up. And we want to just put them down like that. Don't know if it's going to need quite that many, but that's alright. Character is in the way. Character, get out of the way. Okay, and power it because I don't want to have to do that twice. Then we need to figure out how to power it normally, which we're just going to go down here and that'll probably sort itself out. Mostly. Aside from the part where it didn't. And then we need to hook this up to liquids and then we should be good. I just connect it that way actually, it's probably way easier. And then we need it to just come up across here into that madness. And then we should be overly abundant in charcoal. Overly abundant in charcoal is just seems a very luxurious way to say we'll have enough. I say, good sir, I believe we'll be abundantly supplied in charcoal. Yeah. Don't like you either, buddy. I say, what was that, sir? Nothing. I didn't say anything at all. Frick. Just like a very distinguished gentleman who's just very confused why people don't like him. Okay. The new character I've got. Not really a new character, actually, unfortunately. Okay. So from here, we connect. We'll connect that. What? What am I? No. What am I doing? If we do that, will this kind of work? I mean, yeah. Yes. It won't not work. I mean, it wasn't particularly great, but it'll do the job, I suppose. And it would be good to connect it and connect it and connect it. So that should more or less get the charcoal connected. Now we do still need to, of course, get power connected to all of these because we didn't do that. That's a pretty quick job. Now, nothing's making anything yet because it still has no mineralized water, and technically it still has no carbon dioxide either. Now the mineralized water, that is actually something we could make fairly easily by stealing some of this crushed stone. If we had crushed stone right now, which we actually don't, so OP for that. Okay, so we'll steal the mineralized water from here for now. What I'm going to do is actually just do something like this. Get rid of the part that's not for the mineralized water. Okay, we're going to need to play with some of the... Oh no, I think it's alright. I think that'll give me my mineralized water. Oh, it's not actually connected to down there. Okay, that's fine. That's an easy fix. Okay, good, good. Good, good. Good. And good. So we will need to create more mineralized water at some point soon. But maybe we don't need to. Maybe it'll be alright. Okay, does that fill up with mineralized water? Yeah, kinda, eventually. It's getting there. It's taking its sweet time because of the length of pipe, but it's happening. Then we just need to get carbon dioxide, which we can just do a little bit of a kickstart on our own. Then, just grab that. This may not be enough liquefiers actually, now that I'm looking at it. But it is making some. stuff. I just want to wait around just for a moment just to make sure it is actually making it. Make sure it is actually making charcoal. They are all sort of firing. Okay, that's encouraging. So it starts making some wood bricks though. Until I start seeing one unit of charcoal out, I'm not moving. I know it's really exciting gameplay, but okay. These wood bricks. They're making charcoal. They don't need to feed themselves. That's pretty good. And then it's probably gonna... Yeah, it's gonna eat the charcoal because it needs the carbon dioxide right now, but that's okay. It's just good to... I mean, there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming in the coming days. As carbon dioxide is eaten, it'll make more carbon dioxide, which will make more bricks, which will make more carbon dioxide, yada yada yada. Eventually everything will be full. So that's good. Oh, in fact, 3 units of charcoal are coming through. That's exciting. So while I'm thinking about that, maybe I'll steal some charcoal to power that train. And I think I'm going to take the Venga bus. I could take the charcoal train, but that seems too ironic. Actually, you know what? The charcoal train will be carrying charcoal. My goodness, it's the best train to take out. Even though I do want to take the Venga bus out all the time. Next time, Venga bus. Next time. The space science is at 43%. That's encouraging. I'd probably put like another unit of fuel in there, but I didn't. Okay, next up, crystal seeding. So, crystal seed... My goodness, what is this? What is this gridlock? I thought we had all those gridlock problems solved. How do I make level 3 modules? Well, isn't that just a fun thing? So I need to make biters. I don't think they're like regular biters in Factorio, but biters nonetheless. Oh wow, okay. Interesting. You need to make biter nests and well biter queens, and then you use the biters to make crystal shards, and then you use those shards to make the level 3 modules. So, you know, way more complicated than I wish it was, but it's what it is. So, the gridlock appears to be affecting this one. Why? Because that's there. Interesting. That should fix that. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, that's probably one of the things I need to do next. Like, it's on the list of things to do. What are they making? Steel plates? I don't have molten steel? I feel like that's not something I do. Yeah, it's going to be a long chain to make. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But that's okay. I mean, like you say, you're gonna need a lot of them. Quite right. Why is this not happening? I don't have yellow science. Oh no, yellow science is a pain. What's going wrong with yellow science? Well, it's not being made. So that's an obvious problem. Why not? Don't have blue chips. I don't have my blue chips. Don't have enough of these. What? That's plastic, isn't it? Is that plastic? We're lacking those. Problem with those is not enough gold? Oh, we had heaps of gold. Okay, nitric acid has become a problem. Okay. We knew that was going to come up. So let's get it sorted now, I suppose. Then we'll need to get crystal stuff done. Okay, so nitric acid, which we've got some of, but not quite the levels we need, I feel. It's just nitrogen dioxide gas and some other stuff. Now, thankfully, that's a lot of that stuff is over here. Nope. No, it's not here. It's down here for rocket fuel. Interesting. So I can make a nitric acid down there and then ship that out from there. And the oxygen I'm not using anyway. The nitrogen I'm probably not using too much of it. I mean, nitrogen's cheap as chips anyway. The ammonia is the problem. And I need to probably deal with these papers eventually as well, because otherwise everything's going to jam up. In fact, oh, I thought it already jammed up, but it hasn't. Why are things jammed up here, buddy? What's wrong? Don't have enough green metal catalysts. What? We should have heaps as. They're all that way, okay. We'll build 100 more and that should probably clear things up a bit. In the meantime, nitric acid. We need nitrogen dioxide gas. Now, I feel like we may... We've got nitrogen monoxide gas, I'm pretty sure. Which is... ammonia gas run through a green thingy. Okay, well, we might need to make do with more ammonia then, right? Okay, so it looks like everything got jammed up there, which is okay. What have we got here? That is nitrogen monoxide and we don't need nitrogen monoxide, we need nitrogen dioxide. Gone the wrong way. Gone to mono, we want di. Actually, nitrogen monoxide is that one, right? Yeah. So then we can take that and some more oxygen and turn it into nitrogen dioxide. And then turn that... Okay, that's actually way easier than I thought it was. And then turn that into nitric acid. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. We do need purified water, but that's easy enough to come by as well. So, acid... we need nitrogen dioxide before that. Right. That's why I was separating everything a little bit. Sometimes you gotta remember why you're doing stuff. Otherwise nothing happens. Oh. Okay. Cool. That's actually not the worst scheme I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a good few schemes in my life. They're called crimes. Okay. Schemes are not crimes. Just want to make that real clear real quick. Okay, so with that, we just got to get purified water, which is easy because we have the plants on hand. And we're going to need a clarifier as well because we don't want that saline water. I mean, don't we? No, we don't want it right now. We can use it later if we need it. Okay. Good work. It did it. Okay, and sounds like people are screaming outside. That's normal. suppose. For people screaming. 9 out of 10 people would scream again. A++. Okay, so this is going to be my nitric acid. How exciting. It was actually a lot easier to make than I was afraid about it. So I would have probably done this a while ago if I'd known it was so easy. Then again, what in life do you not say that about, you know? How many times in life do you think, oh man, if only I'd done this sooner, I would have had a much better life. And everything. Because that's life. What life's about. Realizing you screwed yourself over multiple times. Okay, so nitric acid. Was I going for inspirational there or depressing? Up to you. Okay. So what we can do is probably push this up to here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, SpaceX is a pain. But that's pretty much the reason you play this, right? You play it because SpaceX is a pain. No one says, oh man, SpaceX, you know, it's good stuff. No one says that because it is so much work. But that is also why I play this mod. Because it is so much work. Okay, so that's a lot more nitric acid entering the system. Could probably be faster with the use of more... Actually, what's slowing it down? The fact that nothing's connected to those. Well, that's probably going to do it. And while we're here, let's get rid of that paper as well. Right. Now the paper is going to be an interesting problem because it turns into wood boards only if you let it. So normally the wooden boards are made out of just pure wood rather than paper. Because paper is a byproduct of this, kind of just need to get rid of it. So we're going to make really inefficient wooden boards because this warehouse is filling up very quickly. I mean, not very quickly, it's 161 out of 768, but it's one of those things that's definitely going to fill up. So no reason letting it, doing what I normally do, which is just waiting for it to all go wrong. Which is usually a good plan. But let's not do it this time. So it's not going to make a lot of wooden boards, but it's not the point. The point is to get rid of the paper. Okay, and once the paper's gotten rid of, we move the wooden boards back up through the way we brought the wood in the first place. Probably on the other side though. Using a lot of transport belts. Could a train have been more useful? Yeah, probably. Oops. I was trying to have some fun while I was doing that and I just messed things up. I mean, I've used about 500 belts on this. A train would have been way more efficient. Whatever. Focus on this input. Because it's kind of more important that these ones get emptied. Or we're going to have other problems. Whereas these ones, if they don't get emptied, it just means we don't make as much wood. And that's not really a problem. Huh. You know, Solburn, you're quite right. Trains are a sushi belt. Now, you don't realize this, but you may have caused a disaster in my next run. That's okay. Because I really want to do a blood belt run for regular Factorio next time. Which of course means I'm going to be really doing some dumb shit, if I had to put it politely. Yeah, that's the polite version. Doing some dumb shit. I could launch the rocket now, but I'm not going to because I don't want to. Now I notice we've got some problems with the silicon carbonate. Or carbide? I don't know what it is. The silicon. Silicon nitrate. I wasn't even close on any of those. I am still waiting for the satellite. Don't worry, we will be launching a rocket today. Which is waiting for the science, which is waiting for the nitric acid. So, you know, everything sort of got fouled up for a moment there, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there together. What is that? What am I doing? There we go. Okay. That's not quite on the right side of the belt, but that's fine. So we should see yellow science coming through again. Sure enough, no yellow science. Ah, yellow science is having a problem with blue chips. That's right. The blue chips are now being manufactured because gold is being manufactured. That was the problem. It was gold all along. I knew nitric acid was the problem somewhere, though. But it looks like the blue chips are being made again. That's exciting. Probably need to deal with these at some point. Because these chests are going to fill up at some point and be full of just random crap. They're getting that way. Okay, so that's all good. Now we want to work on crystal seeding. For that, not quite sure how we want to start on that one. Did I ever put my agricultural science in there? I didn't. So maybe what I'll do... Can I do the biter? Sorry, the biter or the puffer? I think it's puffer. That was biter. I don't need yellow science for that, so I might as well keep working on that one then. So let's chuck that science in the box, because this is still a science I need for later. Yeah, okay. Didn't get hit by a train. It's okay. I get real close though. They're threatening me. They are threatening me. They're doing this on purpose. I'm gonna be like, no, the trains aren't trying to kill you. Oh, they fucking are. They bloody are trying to kill me, and it's scary, and I don't like it. Okay, so crystal seeding. I feel like I don't need to change much, just change a couple of filters around to make more crystal seeding. I think that's all I need to do. And meanwhile, while I'm working on this, yellow science should be being made. Sure enough, I got 16 in the train. Fantastic. I think this is where I want to get off. I want to get off a little bit up, actually. Now, before the plan was this would make all the crystal seeding I needed, but it seems that stopped because I ran out of charcoal? Because the train takes the charcoal. We ran out of train charcoal. Where does this one go? Go somewhere completely different. Yeah, okay, okay. So that's an interesting problem. I thought we did have enough crystal seeding, so that's why I was a bit confused. It's because the train takes the charcoal over there. So we may need to move where we built our new charcoal line a little bit further down, because that seems to be causing a problem. What was that new charcoal line doing anyway? It is here. is absolutely saturated. Means that's absolutely saturated, which is, I mean, plastic is not a problem. Because aluminium is a problem. When aluminium is a problem, plastic stops being a problem because they both rely on each other. Ah, that's fun. I will never not make a sound as a train almost hits me. In real life, I do the same thing, by the way, so that's fun. Although thankfully in real life, the opportunity for trains hitting me doesn't come as often. Because I don't usually stand near train tracks in real life. But, you know, cars, same noise. Always important to know the noises you make when something happens. Alright, so... charcoal train. Am I standing on the tracks? I am not, that's good. Okay, so what I might do is I might split it. Split it? Yeah, I might split it to go down into that train. I was about to be like, hey, my space science is almost done. I forgot I changed it. So, cool. Okay, so that's going to be a lot more stuff coming into the train. Might even want to go stack inserters. Probably doesn't need them, but... just to keep the charcoal rolling. Oh my god, it just reminded me. So, I don't know if... I assume a lot of people played the new Pokemon game. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but I'll play a Pokemon game, you know? And there was a Pokemon in the new one that was called Roly Coly, and it was just like coal that was on wheels. And it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but I loved it so much. And then it's like, what is better than coal that's on wheels? I don't know, a mine cart as a Pokemon. And I was like, you know what? This is the best Pokemon. If I remember rightly, it was in my team the whole way through, because I was like, it's so stupid, I must keep it. Because it's just coal on wheels. Like, how is that not amazing? In fact, what I might want to do, rather than that, is to do this and connect it up that way. It was a good Pokemon. It was a fire type, and fire types are the best Pokemon, because nothing can defeat them. People argue water is stronger than fire, and I say, no, you're wrong. And they say, well, actually, if you look at the EV values and the average strength, and I'll be like, yeah, look, I think you're still wrong, because Charizard is a Pokemon that is a dragon, and that is a train that was real close that I didn't even see. So that's fun. But yeah. So, I mean, anyone who says that fire type is not the best type, I think they're wrong. And they're like, oh, great, another fire starter. Another, like, fire fighting. I'm like, yeah. Because fighting's cool too, because it punches shit. I don't actually have any real opinion of Pokemon. I'm not actually a huge fan. But I'll rephrase that. I'm a big fan of Pokemon games that aren't Pokemon. Like, if you give me a mainline Pokemon, I'm like, I don't really care. But you give me like a Pokemon that is taking pictures of shit, or like a really basic art, like role-playing game, well, not role-playing game, an action RPG. I'm like, action RPG. What's the word I'm looking for? Tactical RPG. Like Pokemon Conquest, so good, best game. But it was a very basic tactical RPG. I was like, yeah, I want to play this. This is a good game. Okay, so that should have improved crystal seeding, which means we should have aluminium come through again. Yeah, aluminium's doing well. What's your problem, buddy? Mineral sludge. Whoa, I haven't had that problem in a while. Really? Not have enough mineral sludge? Oh, we had so much. Are we using it? Those are the filters. I'm looking at the wrong part. We're not even using... Okay. Okay. The problem here is that the mineral sludge needs to have another track. And it looks like the beta research has stopped because we've ran out of agricultural science because I'm making it by hand. That happens. So we can go back to regular science. That should actually be doing something now. It is. I don't think we've got much yellow science though. In fact, we really don't. Okay, that's fine. It'll pick up. Like, we've got 30 in there and it's why did it stop again? Wait, what? Okay, well look, we'll fix the aluminium and then we'll figure out what's going on down there. You can only fix one thing at a time, you know? Did that even need that much charcoal? Oh wow, it really did. Why has it been through so much? A lot of reasons, I guess. A lot of reasons I can't be bothered figuring out right now. Okay, so we're gonna connect that. And this pipe is gonna go straight up. And we're gonna go to adventure. Huzzah! Real cool. Adventure awaits! Huzzah! Which reminds me, just saying that, I'm just quoting a YouTube video that makes me laugh. It's like, when you're playing an RPG for the first time by, I think it's Joel Haver, and it's... Oh, hi. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you know what? We're both going this direction then. And it's just making fun of, like, old RPGs. It's kind of a little bit making fun of, like, your Skyrims as well, but... Skyrims. Like, the Skyrim series. It's kind of making fun of, like, the Elder Scrolls games as well, but... It's good fun. It's just, like, so silly, and I love it. Okay. So, I don't know why I didn't do this ages ago. That's okay. I guess Skyrim did get 20 re-releases, so it is kind of the Skyrim series now, isn't it? Gosh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, quite right. That's Skyrim series, eh? Okay, so that should push aluminium back into production in a big way again. While I'm here, I might as well... Are we still not getting enough crystal seeding? I thought we would be. Oh, with Elder Skyrims. No. That's really bad. I mean, Skyrim came out, what, 11, 11, 11? Oh shit, it was 10 years ago. Holy shit. Didn't even realize it was that long ago. Yeah, okay, the Elder Skyrims, that's a thing. How's my tungsten going, just real quick? Looks like it got jammed up because someone is trying to do things in a silly way. It's me. I'm trying to do things in a silly way because I can't be bothered using this fluoride ore. I remember it was like Skyrim and Minecraft got released on the same day, or at least they were going to, and then Notch was like, nah. I can't remember exactly what happened with that. I don't really particularly follow Notch. Not then, not now. I mean, definitely not now. Yikes. Alright, so unrelated to that, can we improve crystal seeding any? Wow, there was only 4 years difference from Morrowind and Oblivion? That was such big difference in games. Interesting. It looks like we're out of charcoal again. We may need another charcoal train at this rate. Because that charcoal train's just too much work to do. And we've got too much charcoal to deliver. We could also, as an alternative, put the charcoal coming out through that way, and that's probably a way better way to deal with this problem. I haven't finished all the Elder Scrolls games around the time they came out. I'm saying this both as a humble brag and also just a point of fact. And I mean, Daggerfall was always going to be my favorite. I loved Daggerfall so much, but it was so difficult. The exclamation mark alarm is this is running out of acid gas, but quite frankly, I think I just need to make more puffers. Oh, fair enough. I mean, if you don't like RPGs, it's hardly the game that's going to change your mind. But, I mean, I've always been a bit of a fan of RPGs. My dad used to be into D&D when he was like... Well, like when D&D was the thing that people did. And so that, of course, in turn got me into just being interested in D&D. I used to play the old gold box D&D games. If you don't know them, that's fine. I wouldn't judge you for it. But they were neat. They were like... the other way. They were like just basically faithful recreations of D&D in a video game setting. Oh man, have you played D&D before? If you haven't, I mean, it can be a super great time. Like, I like D&D, but if you got the wrong group for it, it's a bit of a nightmare, unfortunately. If you're playing with people who don't care about the winning or losing and are just there to have a good time, I mean, likewise, you have a good time. Same group, different DM? I mean, yeah, that's fine. As long as it's the same group, like a group of friends that all sort of can trust each other and don't think that someone's going to like get really weird on the group, yeah, have a good time. You know, it's about the experience rather than the winning. Oh, that's awesome then. You should have I hope you have a great time. And look, if you have any funny stories, I'm always happy to hear like people's RPG stories because they're fun. I have a friend at work that comes by my desk sometimes to just tell me his RPG stories, and my coworkers have no idea what's going on, and it's so funny to me. Like, they're like, I don't know what you two are talking about, but you two seem like you're having a good time. I'm like, we really are. What level are you playing as, out of curiosity? Or starting as? Not much of a role player? That's alright. I mean, I've played with a bunch of guys over time, and I mean, one of the guys, his character was always him. He basically just built himself in every game that we played. Because he wasn't much of a role player either. He just wanted to be with the group. We can get rid of that train station now. And, you know, as long as you enjoy yourself for what you guys do, I mean, then, you know, hell with what anyone else says. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, that's fair enough. I like to make characters that have just very big flaws. Well, not very big flaws, but just kind of weird, thick quirks. No flaws that like make a game like really impossible to play, or just me being like an absolute insufferable player. You know, oh, my character's a pacifist and I refuse to fight anything. It's like, yeah, great. This is a game that's sometimes heavy combat, and if you are not in the group fighting, everyone sort of dies, and it's kind of your fault. You know, I don't want to be that guy. But I will also be the character that holds the rogue back from doing something shifty. But that's who rogues are, you know, they can't help it. Rogues can't help being shifty. They're shifty people by nature. I mean, as long as you want to fight, then look, you'll be fine. Stop that train. No, that train's gone. Look, where's that train going anyway? That's my question. Okay, so that's gonna go deal with that. Better shifty than controlly. Damn right. It's okay to be ultied though. Yeah, being ulti is just fine. And I don't need to tell you about being deletey. I think we all know that's probably a bad thing to be. Is there any other keyboards that we want to make a joke about? Windows key? Make a joke about Windows key. I think this is about where the streams come to. Okay, so glass fiber, we got plenty of that. We're running out of liquid resin. Interesting. I thought we had heaps of that. Where's my liquid resin gone? We were running out of carbon dioxide. Oh, let me guess, because we ran out of trains, didn't we? Oh. Where's the carbon dioxide come from typically? Up here, I'm just following a carbon dioxide line. That's not encouraging. Oh no. That's this thing. Hopefully that will start reducing my charcoal again. We may want to do another couple of these just to be on the safe side. Make sure that doesn't happen again. Spacey is a good joke, but yeah, you're right. That's a bit more of a concerning one. I mean, is Spacey insulting? Probably, actually. I probably should stay away from this one right now. Escapee? Maybe. Yeah, we're still not producing near the amount of resources I wish I was. Tilde. Ooh. Now, see that? Now we're talking about some serious shit. I mean, look, I call myself SeiferKatt, you know. I'm okay with being in a cat race. That's my branding. We probably want to upgrade these as well. Probably actually upgrade this whole line of things. Just get all those better conveyor belts together. Should help, hopefully. Great. I love construction bots. They're so good. Oh, I want these to all be higher levels? Yeah, right. Just done. Don't even at me, kids. Like, please don't at me. I don't know what that means and I'm terrified of it. Nothing scares me more than being atted. Bots are the automation of building. Hell yes they are! It's a cool way of looking at it. Oh damn it, I got atted. It's the last thing I needed. Shit. Well, my career is over. Not even a career, but it's over, nonetheless. Because they say when you get atted, you don't get hatted. I don't know what that means, but it's just like really funny to think that someone would say that seriously. Ah, Tiger King memes. Absolutely, absolutely good timing for those. Always is. Not a particularly nice person there, but gosh, I feel like that was a moment interesting in human history where everyone was like, you know, we're so used to everyone watching their own things because, you know, network television is not really a thing in the same way. But then everyone was like, you know what? Let's watch a man just fight with a woman about tigers. And no one's a good person. Like, there are a couple of people who weren't shitty people, but no one was a good person in that argument. Okay, so we've got another hour to get the first rocket launched. Really? Look, I don't actually necessarily encourage it, or not encourage it. I don't carefully endorse it, but it was entertaining. Oh, look, I mean, yeah, they were fantastic for drama. I won't deny that for a second. I mean, some of them weren't even great. That was the problem. Like, the person who was trying to put themselves in the moral high ground absolutely killed her husband. But it was just like, you'd look at her and you're like, you're doing the exact same thing that he's doing, except somehow your nose is clean for it. Like, you've happened to, like, make yourself look like a good person while doing it, and so everyone loves you, but you're kind of just as shitty as everyone else. Which was kind of fascinating. Okay, so wow, we're actually manufacturing these pretty fast right now. I wonder if we could build some beacons. Is it time for beacons? Is it beacon time? What do I need for beacons specifically? I mean, yeah, it might be beacon time. Like, there was one person who I thought was actually genuinely an alright person. But that was about it. Which is not a great number to have. Oh, there was a couple, but I mean, in some ways it was almost like a real life Breaking Bad, just like everyone just doing their own shitty things and being like, I'm better than that person. Now the question is, are these beacons going to fit anywhere? They're very small level beacons. And sure enough, they don't fit nowhere. If I get one on there, maybe? Or actually, that might work. I would need to probably drop it like that. That would work. Great. Beacon space. Not going to help much, but it'll add a decent multiplier on things. Like, goes from 40% to 60%. Yeah, I mean, it's something, right? Don't know if it's going to be quite as easy to do the other side, but what I could also do... I've lost the beacon again. Level 0 modules, absolutely. Level 0 modules are pretty shit, actually. And they're about as easy to make as level 1 modules from the base game. No, they're not, actually. Level 0 modules are harder still. Everything's harder in this game. It doesn't want you to succeed. It kind of does, but it also doesn't care too much if you don't. I would love to build high-level beacons, but I just do not have the... I would need to start doing beta stuff to get those. Meanwhile, this is coming along alright. Can't really make those better. A shame. but it does look like more blue chips are coming through. Looks like I'm using more titanium. That's absolutely fine. That's what it's there for. I wonder if it's actually worth going and trying to build these as level 3 assembly machines. It would speed things up even further, and I'll be able to put more productivity modules in them. And power is a problem. Power is the #1 problem. If power starts being a problem, we need to stop everything we're doing and fix that. So, real quick, heat, how are we doing? We do have another almost 200 megawatts of power available there, so that's nice to know. Okay. We really should at some point invest in better burners, better electric generators. We haven't done it, but we should at some point. They actually, they'll take a little bit more work than I'm ready to do right now. And I know these ones are all ready to go, so I'll grab them. Okay, and I think we'll take the finger bus. Yeah, the finger bus may be required for that. Don't need that plastic. We definitely don't need that silicon ore. Okay, we have... Yeah, look, we're probably good. Yeah, finger bus, let's go. I just see there's some like some spitters over there the finger bus can take care of. Maybe 120. At some point the finger bus needs to come out this way. Those spitters are real close. They're not even spitters, they're worms. I don't know what they're called anymore. Okay, so here we go again. I didn't pick up more sand. Hopefully that's not a problem. Plenty of room here to build more stuff though, so... Power is increasing, wonderful. And maybe just a little bit more room there. Okay, great. That will generate, each one of these generates about 5 megawatts of power, so each block is 15. 15 times 7. That's numbers that I didn't really consider thinking about. 15 times 2 is 30. So, like 90 watts extra power? That's not bad. But we do probably need to work into a new type of radiation very soon. Okay, so that's going to heat up. Once that heats up to 465 degrees, we'll be generating steam. So 684 is what we've got at the moment. These are heating up. Oh wait, no, we won't be generating steam because we forgot to connect it to water. Oops. It's possibly relevant. Okay, there we got steam. 216 megawatts, and these are gonna fire off very soon. There they go. Yeah. Okay. 738. 755, 750. 9. Yep, it's going up. Okay, so that's not bad. You'll see, as I said, this game is about efficiency, but not the way I play it. Okay, so we're not going to get any more heat out of these nuclear reactors. We could, of course, move stuff around and get more heat that way. But at some point very soon, I think I want to start working about plutonium power generators. Deuterium? I don't know. So we've got 18 yellow science. We need, what, another 250. Okay, we may not be launching the first satellite today, sadly. Pretty torn up by it, actually. I really wanted to launch it, but I just don't see the reason in launching it if we are just going to be wasting resources. And I hope you understand that. But really what we need to do is anything that can speed up yellow, we need to do. So that's what we'll probably do for now. Focus on getting yellow research done as quickly as possible. Oddly enough, by making it as quick as possible, I kind of want to slow it down. I'm aware of what I just said and how it's paradoxical. Hey Dark Rail, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, so if we can do anything to... How is it going? Look, it's getting there. We're building the tech for Space Science Pack. We've got everything we need for a satellite aside from the tech. I don't think we can build productivity modules there. So really... That's looking good. Could probably speed this up just a tad. That'll make more of them going. The important thing is most of them are actually running right now. Oh yeah, hopefully they're doing all right. Resin is not really coming through at the rate that I would like it at, but I imagine that's probably still a carbon problem. No? It's a methanol problem. Really? I thought we had methanol pretty much sorted. What's wrong with the methanol train? I literally don't know. I'll need to take another train to have a look at it. Wonderful. Ah, fantastic. Glad to hear it. I still think I'm waiting until August before I can get mine, but I'm in New Zealand, so it's not really a problem. But look, I'm happy that people are getting the shots. It's very important. Oh, that's right. I originally planned this to be a stop for methanol, and then it never happened. Waiting for anything in particular, or just waiting for the supply? I'm waiting for the supply, personally. I don't think I'm the only one in that situation, though. Okay, that gets the resin going again. Yeah, we're the same in New Zealand. Okay, so that will hopefully assist in getting things done. I just wonder if it's worth stealing 5 processing units just to make more stuff. I think it might be. In fact, Should have processing units just chilling in here. Certainly building a lot of radars, and that's going to be important. Because I need 5 of those for every... Actually, while I'm here, I should probably just grab as many thermonuclear devices as I can. Just carry them. It's totally cool to just carry around thermonuclear devices. Certainly couldn't go wrong. I mean, cancer? What's cancer? I got 96 of those. So that's enough for... So, sorry, 960. So that's enough for 90 rockets. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's probably more amazing that we actually got a vaccine so quickly. I think that's what some people are anxious about. It's like, how could it come so quickly? I thought these things took for years. And it's like, yeah, they do. Everyone's scared as shit. Oh, wow, that's cool. These are coming along fairly well. It's slowing it down. Well, what's slowing it down is the fact that that side's not actually doing anything. Same with that side, we never actually connected it. Look, I think we're coming to the end of it. I certainly hope so anyway. There's not too much longer to go. I think in another year's time we'll be sort of done. I certainly hope so. New Zealand did handle it great. We are lucky that we are a very isolated country with a relatively small group of people who are all anti-government. They're trying to trick us, they're trying to poison us. Sure, we've got those people, don't worry. Unfortunately, no country is exempt from those people. But generally, our government handled it pretty aggressively in a way that, you know, was actually pretty scary to begin with, but the people also followed it. That was the thing. Like, when we were told, hey, you don't leave your house, like, yeah, of course, some people were like, yeah, we're going to leave my house to do whatever. Some people did that, of course, and you're going to get those people everywhere because, you know, they want to do their own thing, and I respect it to some degree. But New Zealand is just like, yeah, we just got on with it. But, you know, I'm pretty proud of New Zealand. Okay, so we don't need those anymore. So we can toss those. Yeah, let's be honest, it may be a thing that never really goes away in our lifetimes. That's scary. Still, this disease is good, not the worst. Not like the Black Plague, it's not actively killing, like, most of the people it contacts. I don't know what the kill rate of the Black Plague was, but I assume it wasn't great. Oh yeah, I watched a video from H-Bomber guy on that the other day, and I was just like, holy shit, that's some... He wasn't even trying to say vaccines are bad, he was just trying to say, their vaccines are bad and mine's better. Which is, in my mind, actually worse. Like, he just had a financial, like, benefit to himself to do it. Like that's the part that hurts. It was just about greed. Like, what a surprise, right? Oh, humankind based around greed again. I've just started watching H-Bomber guy, actually. I didn't really watch him before, and I've just come across him, and I'm like, oh, this is some good stuff. I mean, it's not comfortable to watch stuff, and it's not happy stuff, but it's, you know, does good videos. Like these are running. Looks like, okay, that's probably sort of aluminium a bit. Yeah, I mean, so I can see where some people would be like, if you have a particular belief, you'd probably hate him, because he's saying exactly everything against what you believe in. And I mean, it's kind of where I'd imagine. I mean, he kind of mocks himself for that as well. Like, he knows that's where he sits, at least from what I've seen. But it's a bit of fun just putting things together and just be like, hey, this is weird. You're like, that is weird. What's going on, guys? Okay, so how many is that? 52? Alright, that's, what, 10%? Okay, so things are speeding up. But I think we are actually going to increase the speed of what we're doing. I got a uranium drop after that. Might be a problem with power very soon if I don't start getting deuterium together. I don't think I'm going to anytime soon. Because that power reactor is requiring 800 yellows, and I'm struggling with, what, 500 right now? I'm struggling with 500 right now, so that will be a thing that I probably work on next, not this one. Okay, so what did I want to do? I want to steal blue chips. Do you even have blue chips? You actually have a lot of them. Fantastic. I want them. And I'm just going to take some titanium stuff, which I just have lying around for some reason. And some bearings. And then some just regular plates. And that's pretty easy to come by. They're just there. If we just build 40 of these by hand, this could be interesting. I don't know how much is going to speed up my blue chip production, but hopefully a lot. Look, that time's almost up, so let's just go there. $600 red chips in 30 seconds is not great. I kind of was hoping I was doing faster than that. These... I've still got plenty of these, so that's good. And we may need to speed up my production of transistors. I can't help but notice there's nothing outputting. Yeah. So that's a heck of a mistake. Likewise, I want these to be upgraded. And these to be upgraded. In fact, not only do I want them to be upgraded, I also want them to be kinda... They're at 60% at the moment. Could we just speed it up a little bit as well? Okay, so we need more transistors. Like I might be able to just take the transistors directly from here. I don't know about that actually. If we sped those up, it would probably kill my production, but that's okay, let's do that. Everything just a little bit faster. So I expect to be seeing a full belt there. Or not, for some reason. Oh no, it's compressing now. Okay, that's fine. And what we might do here is split the transistors. That's not going to be good. Okay, we're doing a real jury rig solution here. So welcome to the channel if you're new. I got nothing to add aside from this is actually pretty normal for me. Some people this actually actively hurts them, and I'm sorry if this makes you uncomfortable. I'm not going to stop. I've lost my transistors. Count them again. I did it. I acknowledge I am a criminal and I cannot be stopped. And then we're going to go like... What we're going to do actually is we're going to make this go down just for a little bit. Just to make a real mess of things. And then we're going to do a flippity-doo. That should hopefully make these go a bit faster. And more stack inserters, I think. Problem with the purple conveyor belts is they move so fast I can't even see them. And it's both a problem and an awesome thing. Missing science packs, what am I missing? Oh, don't tell me any grey science as well. Interesting, that's a pain. Okay. So we have increased the speed of these coming through though, so that's good. Titanium is slow. That's okay. Black science is something we need to speed up next because it looks like that's not happening. Now, black science is one of those ones that's always been around since near the beginning, but I don't think I ever needed much of it. And so because of that, it's quite slow. Aluminium, also still a bit slow and crappy. I thought we got this sorted, but apparently not. Alright, so, black science. That's fine, so, problem is the weapon testing subplate, which is the invar plate. Invar plate, okay. Invar plating down this way. What do we need for more invar plate? We need more steel ingots. Okay, why don't I have more steel ingots? Problem, guys, where's my ingots? Crushed stone apparently seems to be a problem. Okay. That's probably a huge problem. What we could do, we could get rid of some of the crushed stone. And then clarify it. Not particularly great, but what I'm going to do. Okay, so. And we're going to need to filter this by crushed stone. Well, actually, no, don't we need a lot of crushed stone for other stuff? Like, isn't crushed stone something we actually have a shortage of? 40,000? Never mind. Do not have a shortage of crushed stone. Mineralized water. If I just type water, that should do the job. I do need regular water though. Dang. We should have pumps. We absolutely have pumps, and they're right there. Plain as day. Cool. And we'll just put the water there, we'll put the water out there, and then we'll clarify it. Somewhere. Down there. And then we just want crushed stone. Okay, so that just hopefully clears that up and gives you a little bit more iron. And that's pretty wasteful too, and that's always fun. Fun to just waste resources. Yeah, it's fantastic at that little pond. I mean, I do have blasting charges on me at all times, so I guess I could have just... Oh, shit. I could have just blasted a hole in them. But I always forget I have blasting charges. What else do I need? I need brushes. Now, I could request them, but I think I know where they are. They're right. Yeah, I don't know where crushes are. I thought I knew, but I have no idea. I'll just request them. The optimism that I started with, though, right? It's like, I know where they are. They're right, they're shit. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of some of that slag. Which... That was all happening down somewhere. Down here? I've lost where I was working. It was here, okay. So we're also going to crush the slag. No, we don't even need to do a fancy thing with that. We can just... Probably a fast stack inserter though. Pick, drop. Great. Okay, so that should speed some things up a little bit. And probably better to have a stack inserter there. It'd be great if it stopped picking up just crushed stone, but it's doing the best it can. Maybe we do need to do another one. Okay, there we go. So that'll just absolutely waste those resources. And will allow me to get my iron and steel. Now that's making steel, but quite honestly, I don't think I need steel. So what I might do is combine these two with this. And I'm going to one step different. I'm going to drop like that. Okay. Now I just want to make sure steel doesn't need to go anywhere else. Great. So that should be making invar again. And it should be focusing all my efforts on the... Nope. 3 belt contents and hold. The whole thing is going to be if steel ingots is equal to 8. Only then do I want that fire. So I just want all the steel to just go up there to make invar plating. That way we hopefully get more invar and get the black science happening a little bit faster. Oh, train. There it is. Didn't get me this time though, did it? It tried. I, as usual, respect the attempt. Now, the question is, can we speed up invar plating even further? Or do we need to? Not really. Could we get more steel in here? I don't think that's required either. But it is making some. We could... Jeez. One of these days, that train is going to get me. Hasn't got me today, but it's coming. That day is coming quick. You know what? I'm going to siphon some... Worth siphoning some steel from here? I could always bring the silicon down here. That would speed things up. Because it would give me like double the amount of steel, I believe it is. Yeah, because it's 12. Yeah, it would double the amount of steel. So, you know what? I see the harm in having double the steel. I mean, I could also just put steel plating in here and just move it down there. Or, we're just making iron. Why don't I just take iron? Why don't we just take iron? The reason for that is because this does not produce enough iron. Yet. That is about to change. Could that easily change? Not really. Not easily. We could alternatively... Hey, thanks for following, Totem Mix. Really appreciate having you around. Okay, so... I just want more Invar. Is there a good way to do it, aside from just stealing things? No! Theft is cool and awesome and everyone must do it. Let's do it. I forgot about my catchphrase. Stealing is cool. And entirely legal. And that has never been powered. In fact, only one of them has ever been powered. Hilarious. Theft is cool and legal and awesome. Gonna steal from myself and not get in trouble. Unless the police find out, but I don't think they would care because stealing from yourself is actually not a crime. Well, I mean, unless you run a business and it's embezzling. Embezzlement is a crime. But stealing from yourself, not a crime. Probably. I don't know. Okay, so let's question the legality of theft and make some steel in a new fanciful way. It's got to be a higher blast furnace, that's what the problem is there. Okay. I think. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? That makes steel. Hang on. I've made a stupid somewhere. Stealing from yourself could be insurance fraud. Yeah, you know what? I suppose it could be, but remember, it's insurance fraud is also cool and awesome, as are all crimes. Induction furnace is where they go in, not the blast furnace. Okay, oops, I see. Which means that doesn't work at all. Shit. my chap. I have not made any mistakes today. All of a sudden I kind of wish you could do the thing where... Okay. That was a mistake. We really just need the iron that I was talking about. So we just need the iron. Oops. Okay, or just take the steel. Taking the steel is probably just the faster way. Okay. And honestly, after you've stolen a certain amount, it won't require... Like, I don't need too much invar, but I just need more right now. You know I'm good for it. And I'm trying to take from the wrong place. My gosh, what am I doing? Okay. Right, that's steel. Not sure what to do about the silicon that's just sitting in the middle of the base and like hundreds of silicon. I really don't know what to do about that now. Is it there? Okay, so invar is in here. Okay. I mean, not only did I steal for myself, I then wasted the things I stole. Which, that's just bad crime. The worst crime of the century. The worst crime of the century is the one that they didn't even need it. Or want it. They were just trying to prove a point. The point was that, the moral of the story, crime is real. That was the moral of the story. Maybe something will want the silicon ore at some point. Okay, so we can probably boost up that induction furnace as well. And we can't really speed that up, but we have got more. Let's build like a couple more of these. Just copy it. I think it's thoughtful the way I planned it originally, because it looks like it's going 2, 1. So that's a little bit tidier. Okay, so I think we're not building a rocket today. I think we can agree with that. I thought it was going to happen today, but I didn't realize the space science wasn't something I'd researched. So that's a shame, and I'm very disappointed about that. But we're getting there. And sadly, I don't think the Monday stream is happening this week. So it might not be until Thursday that we launch the rocket. We've still got half an hour, admittedly, so that's cool. But it's just, got to admit the truth. And we're probably needing this to be done as well. Speed that up. Can this be sped up by this by any chance? No, it's the other side that can be sped up. The side that doesn't actually matter. Right. It looks like speeding that up has actually helped out, so that's cool. We could speed things up a little faster. I mean, it's got 50 black science, so it is coming through now. Yellow science. Got no backup, but I'm seeing like about 100 or so in there. Maybe I can speed this up. Let's try something stupid. Filter inserter. Oh yeah, okay. We got fast filter inserters now. But we're slightly above those inserters. Okay. Let's just see if we can get the resources in there without causing a huge panic. Okay, that's one. The other one we can do that. That. Probably move that back a little bit. Okay, we can probably pull that away. Okay, that's looking good so far, yes. And that wants to grab that. Does, and that wants to grab these, probably. Okay, so that's going to make waste. Not much I can do about that aside from put it somewhere else. Just need a fast filter inserter. I'm going to drop it here. In fact, the waste can just go in there because that's how we planned it. Okay, we're kind of alright then. And then that goes drop like that. That goes pick like that. Okay, that's good. The waste goes away. And then finally, and here's the tricky part, is the blacklist one. No, just one across is all I needed. Okay, so that's going to speed up the science a little bit. That's cool. We did achieve something there. And let's see if we can speed it up a little bit faster by using speed modules that I totally have and don't just lie to the press about, and they're like, hey, do you have those? I'm going, never seen them before in my life. Like, what do you mean you've never seen them before? I go, I don't even know what they are. Like, you're looking at them. I go, looking at what? And then this is the plan that hopefully they'll just get annoyed and walk away. This is my way of dealing with any problem I don't want to deal with. People may say it's a bad plan, but I say I don't know what plan you're talking about. This is a dumb joke. So, science did move from 54 to 55. Just good. Invar still just not quite fast enough. Now we could probably make it faster by speeding up this here. That's a possibility. Don't we have like iron somewhere else? No, not really. Okay. Nitric acid still seems to be short. Well, nitric acid we can build easily. Actually, I'm surprised it's short though. I thought we were well controlled with nitric acid. What's the problem, guys? Have enough stuff? Have enough nitrogen? What's the problem? Are you sad? Oh, now it's the reverse problem. God. Dealing with children, I swear. Dumb children. Okay, so. The problem is the catalysts ran out on the other side this time. So when the catalysts run out on the other side, then they just all stop. I swear. It's alright. When I get 100, I will put 50, 50, right. So the catalyst stopped everything else from being made. Meanwhile, this is going to back up in a moment, and then everything will go in the right direction. Okay, and that should be making more nitric acid again. Annoying chemistry, I swear. And the catalyst frames are coming back. That's good. But we still don't have enough of them, so we'll go meh, meh. Good. So that should be enough catalyst frames to keep me going. Meanwhile, it looks like these have backed up. That could be a problem if chlorine and hydrogen runs low. I'm not sure. We're still trying to get through all the paper. It's still taking its sweet time on that one. And we still need to find a way to get a lot more invar. Nice to know some problems never really go away. Okay, so we've got enough rocket fuel. Black chips are still being made, albeit slowly. What is slowing them down? Probably blue chips. It's blue chips. It's lemon blue chips. And the slowdown for that is titanium. Interesting. I'm actually surprised titanium is being a problem right now. So what we may need to do is actually build more titanium. Clearly we don't have enough of that. We are now at 57% with science, so we're at 54, 56. I guess the numbers are always increasing, aren't they? I mean, some science is happening at the moment, so I guess that's alright. But not quite enough. Alternative idea, I could just steal a bunch of steel ingots from somewhere and just chuck them in there, and then that'll make stuff faster. It's an option. Don't know where I'd get steel ingots from. Actually, yes I do. I know exactly where I get them from. Meanwhile, I think I've got to be restocked. I'm sure it's got a lot of sand for me somewhere. Huh. Are we building a lot of things that need stone at the moment? Where's all the stone gone? I thought we had lots of stone, but apparently we don't. And that means that my landfill is being slower to produce. That's okay, I know where landfill is all over the place. I may actually have a problem with too much landfill soon, which is... I was going to say paradoxical, but I don't actually know if that's paradoxical. Like, for instance, there's 8,000 landfill here, they're done. Take some more landfill, 13,000, good. Yeah, we're going to have a problem with that very soon. Crystal seeding. Yeah, okay. Okay, can we steal steel from anywhere? Now, up here we have a lot of steel. How would we get it down there, though? Doesn't matter when titanium is actually the issue. That's probably the next question, isn't it? Or maybe I just don't worry about it, because it will be made... No. Won't be made at a fast enough speed, and it's actually slowing down. It's not slowing down anything. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Could get a train for it. I mean, these days I should be training a lot more stuff than I am, but I'm just like, nah. It's just easier to just get a belt and just run it all the way down. Laziness is the crime, honestly. That's alright. I don't mind. I don't mind because I'm too lazy to care. Great. That'll fix itself when it gets around to it. And also that means my iron is being used, which, you know, more manufacturing. That's good. What do I actually need for more titanium? Well, nitric acid was the problem. One of the problems. Does appear to be mostly fixing itself now. Maybe even some speed modules would help that along. I'm running out of speed modules. I might need to go collect some more soon. Okay, well, they've got enough nitric acid to go on. Get up the production of the rubite crystals. And that'll allow more titanium, which will allow more blue circuits, yada yada yada. It's all good. Does look like it. More's coming through. Looks like none of it's being outputted either, so that's an issue. Thank you. So maybe we need to stack inserters to get these out. And these are going as fast as they can, which is unfortunately not super fast. But it's going, and I'm pretty happy about that. Titanium, okay, titanium, let's look it up real quick. Probably something that's not fluctuating super quickly. It's doing alright, I guess. Oh, titanium plate, though, doesn't really count. Titanium ingots is probably a better judge. And it's doing okay. I originally built titanium way too early for what I needed it for. So the question is enough molten titanium coming through to make blue circuits? And the answer is still kinda no. But it's better. The better is good. Yellow science still coming through. Got 38 yellow science just chilling there, waiting to be picked up. Every one of those is another science, so yeah, look, science is improving. And I would imagine that black science is also better than ever before. Like, we've got more Invar coming through. We're making more black science than we used to. They've got 68 in there. That's at 62%. Yeah, we're getting close to this. This glorious day is approaching. Now, I don't need too much black science. Like, out of curiosity, what more do I need with black science when I come to production space? Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. That needs some. Protection fields needs 3,000 science. Fusion reactor needs another 3,000, so I need about 6,000 black science, which seems daunting at the moment, but after you've made 1 million green and reds, it'll deal with itself. Not too bad. Oh, and there's the train that gets me. Oh, gosh. Oh, that was always going to happen. I've been saying it for the last almost 3 hours. The trains are going to get me. And there it is. Ugh. And now I walk incredibly slowly. It's the walk of shame. Well, I can see my body, so that's cool. Well, as per tradition, I gotta deal with this. Build a wooden, an iron chest. And put the gun in it. Damn it. It's doing so well avoiding those things too. Oh well. You know what, we got like 10 minutes left or so. Well, a little bit more than 10 minutes. I think it's time to do something frivolous. We're building a Spidertron. Or a Tankatron. Spidertron will be fine. So, yeah, we're building a Spidertron. It is just a walking vehicle. So if we just look up walking. It's not there. Spider? Not the Spidertron. I don't want that. I just want the bloody regular one. What is it called? The Antitron? So they got a different name in here for it? Antitron? Alright. Mick Brain takes a lot more stuff than I was expecting. Never mind, I don't want it. This should be going mostly okay. No, we still need more crystal seeding. Okay, well that's a good way to spend the last few minutes. Right, now I'm gonna have to update the train death counter. Not a big deal, it's just annoying. It's shameful. My secret code, if you type exclamation train, it tells you how many times I've died since the start of the stream. So obviously it's one short right now. But I will get that fixed up for the next stream. So what I need to do is probably make another one of these bad boys. Now this part is the easy part where it's just that. Part's probably going to be a slightly harder part. Because... actually no, it's probably going to be pretty easy. Okay, and so we need to figure out how to get the... oops, wrong way. Okay. I'm so sad that I got hit by a train. I was like, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, and then there's the train. Like, I dodged that bullet so many times today. Okay, so that's more crystal seeding. We could possibly make even more with a couple of speed modules. crystal seeding was not connected there. That's a shame. Great. Now it is connected. Okay, so that should hopefully be speeding up my aluminium. It does kind of look like it. It also kind of doesn't. The good news is, though, crystal seeding is pretty easy to make. I could just make it elsewhere. But, I mean, I've more than doubled the amount of crystal seeding I'm making, so it's probably fine. This doesn't look fine, you know? If I looked up molten aluminium, I mean, it's gone up a bit, I suppose. I don't make as much crystal slurry as I used to, of course. I used to make a lot more when I used to have a lot more of the washing plants, but I have scaled them down a little bit since those days. Resources wise, I think I'm okay. I think I just need to make more metals, in particular titanium. Acid is mostly okay over here. I can disconnect that. I don't think I need that anymore. It's been complaining for a long time. Also, this has been complaining for a long time, and I kind of want that to stop as well. Let's just clear the complaints. How much would it be to build a leaching plant too? I've got the tech for it. I would just need 8 processing units. Which is not super difficult. Those are still going well enough. And how are we going? So I think everything's good to go with the satellite. Let's just double check. So rocket control units, mostly okay. What we might do actually is because we've got the batteries in here somewhere, we might fly them over to the extent of here and then carry them down. And maybe that'll be the way we do it, because I'd prefer not to move the rocket control units all the way up here, just to bring them back down again on the satellite. I don't think that's really a good use of anyone's time or efforts. So as we increase production of all these things, I think if we increase production of titanium, I think it'll make a huge difference with what we're making. That might be my main goal next episode. And with that, I think we're done for today. We haven't quite gone to the 3-hour mark, but I'm pretty sure I'm over the halfway point on the next hour, so I kind of want to stop here. But I don't really have anything else to do right now that isn't starting a large project. The science is coming along. We're at 68% of space science. It is chugging along pretty good. It'll happen. It's going to be interesting when I start trying to make the 200,000 other colors, but that's all right. But next time we need to make more titanium, and we need to actually get the first satellites going. We want to automate that to some degree. Maybe I will just go grab more of those thermonuclear jibbity jabbities. But yeah, science is coming along. It's just taking a little bit of time. That's okay. I thought gray science were messing out. It's yellow again. Darn it. Yellow, what's wrong with you? I know what it is. It's blue chips. It's always blue chips. Wow, okay, we don't have enough for that, huh? Why are these slow? Not enough oxygen? Really? No, I can't be right. Not enough sodium. I mean, it's not really that big a deal, I suppose. Then again, we could just go like this and steal a bunch of brown algae, which no one's looking at. And if no one's looking at it, it's yours, right? That's how crime works. You can have it as long as no one sees you take it. That's crime. That's crime in a nutshell. And now that I've crimed, crime me to the moon, I can reverse crime. It's the Robin Hood story, obviously. Power could be a problem, but we can't do anything about it right now. Okay, yeah. So really, to get everything happening faster, we just need more blue chips. So we're at 68%. I was going to end the episode, but I'm like, might as well just finish it off. Yeah. 3 of them going. That's a one, alright. It'll get to about 72% or so. I looked up science. They've got cooler names than that. Particle Forge, okay. Told you had a cooler name than that. So we're making about 4 a minute. Although that was 10 hours. These days we're making about 8 a minute. The last 10 minutes, 10 a minute. Okay, so about 10 a minute is not too bad. Still too slow though. But we'll speed that up when we get more titanium. 3 are being manufactured at a time. Yeah. Titanium shouldn't even be too much of a problem. It's going to be copying and pasting this, making it deeper, making more ore crushers. Gonna be a long boy. Gonna be a little bit longer than this, so we could. I wouldn't want to put it here. Oh, actually, it would fit there. Maybe even do 2. Hmm. An interesting idea. Just 2 titaniums going up that way. That's actually not a bad idea. I think that's where I'll build it. pretty far away from everything else, but liquid will be sort itself out. It's not a problem. All right then. Well, now I've actually gone 3 hours, the agreed upon time frame of the stream, because I got distracted by things. So with that, I'm going to bid thee adieu. Look, it's been a great session today. I thank everyone who has given a follow. I appreciate that highly. If you have enjoyed today, you can watch old episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That is where I post all my videos. Well, eventually it's a little behind, but you know, they'll go up there. If you want to see live episodes and you're on YouTube, well, I mean, you go to twitch.tv/SeiferKatt. The schedule is all up there. So if you want to watch the videos live, that's where you can find me. I am working on a Discord channel. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that, but you know, you never know if you don't try. So I'm just getting that organized now, and next Saturday I anticipate I'll probably have a link for that. You can support me on Twitch by subscribing. I have cute little cat icons, so if that's something that interests you, you can do that. But I will also appreciate it because, you know, financial support is always absolutely, what's the word, appreciated, but it is not necessary. You are quite welcome to watch for free forever. Well, not forever, because I do have to go to bed at some point. Beyond that, thank you very much for watching, and as I said, if you haven't given it a follow and you want to watch more, please do. Really appreciate that. And with that, I wish everyone a good night, or good morning, or whatever the heck time of the day it is, and I'll catch you later. Bye!